Tyson Fury has apparently retired. Again. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think he might actually be serious this time. Then again, we all know Fury loves a good retirement tease. But let's dig into what might really be going on with the Gypsy King. Lately, he's been unusually quiet for someone who usually makes noise from a mile away. So, what's behind the silence? Is he done for good or just setting the stage for another big return? Now, before we go deeper, if you're into boxing and want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that subscribe button. I cover everything in the fight game, keeping you in the loop every step of the way. Let's rewind a bit. Fury versus Usyk 1 and 2 were two of the biggest fights of his career, both happening within 6 months, pretty rapid compared to the long waits we saw before fights like Wilder versus Fury. The world wanted those bouts fast and they got them. But that's also why fans are now impatient. We're used to seeing super fights come together quickly. Fury came into the Usyk series undefeated, a comeback king with a clean slate, except that one draw. Between Wilder 3 and the first Usyk fight, we only saw him face 3 names: Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, again, and Francis Ngannou. Let's be honest, not exactly the world-class opposition fans were craving. Critics were quick to call out those matchups. But when you can sell out a stadium fighting Chisora for the 3rd time, can you really blame him? Then came the Ngannou fight, and despite winning on paper, Fury's performance raised eyebrows. Nearly losing to an MMA fighter on boxing debut? That stirred the pressure, and with a massive payday looming, the Usyk fight finally got made. We all know what happened next. 2 straight losses. Fury missed his shot at becoming undisputed, and the crown he wore so proudly slipped away. Still, many thought he'd bounce back quickly. Before the second Usyk fight, he talked about smashing through the rest of the division afterward. But that second defeat seemed to change everything. Then came the retirement video, filmed from the front seat of his car. It dropped on the same day as the press conference for Bivol versus Better BF2. Coincidence? Probably not. It felt more like Fury reminding the world that he still runs headlines, even in defeat. And let's be honest, he succeeded. But since then, radio silence. The only thing that's broken the quiet was a post teasing a big announcement at Old Trafford. Fans thought it might be a fight. Instead, it turned out to be about a charity soccer match. So where does that leave Fury's boxing future? He's 36. Time isn't on his side, and there aren't many mega fights left for him. But there is one. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Despite both men coming off losses, it's still one of the biggest fights that can be made in boxing. 2 massive personalities, years of hype, and millions on the table. But the reason it's never happened? Ego and money. Joshua's team sees him as the A-side, claiming he draws more attention and deserves a bigger slice of the pie. Fury's camp feels the same. He's still the bigger draw in Britain and has the crowd behind him. Even with all the Saudi money flowing in, this fight has remained elusive. But now there's a twist. Netflix is reportedly stepping into the boxing game, and they want Fury versus Joshua. They're already circling Crawford versus Canelo, and according to rumors, they're eyeing AJ versus Fury as well. And when Netflix gets involved, things tend to happen. So is it finally going down? Maybe late this year or early next. But don't get your hopes too high. We've seen plenty of false starts before. Still, this could be Fury's last big fight, a chance to go out on top with a massive payday to match. Sure, fights with guys like Zhilei Zhang or Joseph Parker would be fun, but they wouldn't define his legacy. Only the Joshua fight can do that. I still believe Fury will return. Let's face it, retirement never lasts with him. But let's hope it's for something epic, not a random circus match with Jake Paul down the line. Anyway, I want to hear from you. Do you think Fury's really done? Or is AJ next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're riding with Real Boxing Talk. Catch you in the next one. Fight fans.